Hello and welcome to Road to the Record, Episode 4. I'm Lyd Marie. Thank you for following along on this journey of producing and releasing my sophomore album. If you could take a moment to subscribe, that would be really helpful so you can keep up as I release more videos and eventually music videos and the finished record this summer. So it is February 6, 2025, and in this episode, I want to give you an update on my last week that I spent in Colorado on a retreat with my band Leyline from Austin, Texas. I want to tell you the name of the album that I've decided on, and I'm going to be sharing with the world very soon, but you'll be the first to hear it. And I want to share with you the title track that inspired the name of the record. But first, I want to take a moment and talk about the Grammys. I didn't watch the Grammys, I'll be honest, but I'm keeping up, I'm keeping tabs, and I want to give a shout out to artists like Chappell Roan that use their platform to, number one, uplift trans people and artists and creators, and number two, call out the music industry for not respecting and creating living wages and environments for the artists that pay their bills and make them millionaires and billionaires. So I hope that it creates a shift in the music industry. What I'm doing here in New York, creating space for women and gender expansive producers to have a platform to share their work, is all part of making us feel safe and in community, and to develop new ways of moving through this industry that are not based in competition and scarcity mindset. So really cool to see some other artists on this wavelength, and I'm excited to see the shifts that will take place in the next couple years. I know there's a lot going on in the world right now, and a lot of it feels out of our control. So I'm just trying to lean into what I can do for my community, what kind of safe spaces I can build, knowing that if we take care of ourselves, we can show up more fully to take care of other people. So this past week, I was in Colorado with my band Leyline. For those of you that haven't heard of Leyline, we've been together since 2016. It's 4 songwriters and instrumentalists. I'm the percussionist of the band, and I play the talking drum and a lot of Brazilian percussion. We sing in Portuguese, French, Spanish, English, and a plethora of other languages. And it's really rooted in 4-part harmony and songs that speak to our connection to nature and to each other. For me, Leyline has always been this very spiritual project, and it was really beautiful to reconnect after almost 2 years of not playing or writing together. We all have been on our individual journeys. I moved to New York, my sister moved to Spain, and then to Colorado. And this was the first time that we came together to write and record and play a show. We worked on a song that I actually started in 2020. It's a blues for Mother Earth, kind of talking about all the ways that we've done her wrong and asking, like, will you forgive me? Will you take me home? Will you take me back in after all the pain I've caused? When I brought it to the girls last week, we just immediately locked in and completed the song so seamlessly, and then we were able to record it, and here we do it.
Let's do it.
I'm really excited to share that with you eventually, but here's a little sneak preview.
Tell me, mama, did I break your heart? Tell me, mama, did I break your heart? Will you forgive me, mama, for tearing you apart? Tell me, mama, did I do you wrong? Tell me, mama, did I do you wrong? I beg and steal and borrow just to make it on my own.
So our time together ended with this beautiful show on Sunday, and before flying back to New York, I spent some time with my sister, who's in the band, and her partner and my cousin, and I told them about the title of my album and that I really am looking for some sort of image that kind of ties everything together. I want to print stickers and I want to put them everywhere. I want the title of the album to be infiltrated into people's psyches by just like leaving little clues to it. That's my idea. We'll see how it goes. But I showed them the album cover, and immediately they were like, the red cowboy boots, like that's the brand, that's the thing. It makes so much sense. Like, this album has a very Texas feel. I was inspired by this relationship that took place there, and like the version of myself that I was there. And I feel like the boots really represent that. Actually, like, they're the shoes that I wear most often on stage, the shoes that I feel most comfortable performing in. Like, they're so true to me, and they're also tied to this identity that I had in this former part of my life. And I feel like bringing them to New York, wearing them here, is like I'm constantly grappling with who was I and who am I now, and what am I bringing of these past versions of myself into the present. And now for the moment you've been waiting for, announcing the title of my album, For You. This is the name of one of the songs, actually the first song that I recorded in October of 2023, 2 days after my breakup. I had written this song a couple weeks before when I was back in New York, and my friend Adrian asked if I wanted to come over and work on some music, and we ended up recording the very first version of this song, which is actually the same version that you will hear on the record, but we have since replaced the guitar with piano and retracked vocals and added a lot of other stuff. But the basis, the core, the very first take of the song that everything is built off of is that super raw moment in Adrian's downtown LA apartment in October, when I was really going through it, super heartbroken. Adrian had the idea that the song should be titled like the letter for you, and I thought that was kind of stupid. And then looking back was like, actually, it's brilliant. There's something very simple about it. I think about what this song in particular means to me, and the lyrics are like saying I would do anything for you. You know, I'd drive across the country, I'd um, pack my bags, I'd come home, I'd go, like, I would literally do anything. And I think about the way that we often change ourselves because of how we want to be perceived, or we think we need to be in the world, or the pressures that social media puts on us, or our job, or our family. Like, we are constantly adjusting for other people. And this album is really about being honest and authentic to myself and speaking my truth. And so naming the album For You is a way to acknowledge really the root of some of the pain that we experience, whether it's in a breakup or any part of our life where we are hiding parts of ourselves or changing parts of ourselves for other people. The other big lesson from working on this project is just like, don't overthink it, you know? Recognizing that the boots could be this big symbolism, like, it's kind of like, oh, of course, it was here all along. I want the whole record to just feel like there's this sense of ease. And of course, I have my doubts. It's hard to figure out how I want to present it to the world, but as much as possible, I want to come back to the honesty and the truth and just let it be what it is. Don't overthink it. So that's my words of wisdom for today. And I want to share the original demo of the song For You. I'm really excited for you to hear how the fully produced version is turning out. It's really cool. But here's the first seed of the song that I wrote on my friend's porch here in New York City back in September. Here's the very first version of
Do
For
you
You.
miss me yet? It's been 4 days since we talked. Am I still in your head? When you walk around the block, do you remember when this home was all we had to fall back to? Do you? Am I still your friend when you're lying in our bed wrapped in the sheets that you Are you weighted down by any feelings of regret for the girl you left on hold on the other line that you left behind? I'll wait up for you. I'll do what you want me to. I'll come home, I'll stay out, book a room on the other side of town. Just give me a chance to turn things around. Turn things around.
Thank you for following along. I will see you next time on Road to the Record.